All right, let's talk about being confident as a photographer. Before I have a shoot, I like to get mentally prepared while I'm driving. As a mom of two, I need to kind of like reorient myself and prep for the role that I'm stepping into. What I go over in my head is who the people are. Is it a family? Is it a couple? Are there kids? What are the ages of the kids? Like if it's 5 people and there's 3 kids, I will refresh myself on some poses for that number of people and maybe that age kids, and maybe even look for a toy in the back of my car. If it's a brand product shoot, hopefully the company would have given you a shot list or told you the goal of the shoot beforehand so that you can review that. For example, I take photos for Slunks, a volleyball athleisure apparel company, and we typically either shoot product or lifestyle shoots. And I usually get a brief beforehand that I can just glance at and know, okay, we're at the beach, we're looking at the sports bra, and we're going to focus on the back style of it. So it's just helpful to refresh yourself of what are you going into and own it as the photographer. Before you shoot, you should confirm with the people like a week or a couple days beforehand, a quick text just to confirm like, hey, we're meeting at this day, at this time, everything good, just confirming. Okay, now it's shoot time. You're at the spot, hopefully a couple minutes beforehand. And for like a family shoot, I like to be standing, waiting maybe on the lawn or wherever we're meeting, not hiding in my car, looking at my phone, just like I'm out and I'm available. But I do have my phone on me in case they text or call needing help with parking or whatever. Okay, this is a big thing. I want you to realize that they are paying you. You are the expert, you are the professional, and they want direction and good photos. It's not awkward to direct or guide them in what you want out of them. People want direction. They often don't know what to do with their hands or like how to pose. So just know it's okay to give direction. I'm not someone to like overpose someone. I typically like to like gently guide them, and I'll touch on this in a bit. I want to acknowledge you might be just starting out and kind of feeling unsure of yourself, but you got this. The more practice you have, the better you'll become. I was trying to think of like an analogy to compare being a professional photographer, but this is just what came to mind. Everyone has a really nice phone that can take nice photos. And so everyone can hypothetically like take a good photo, but there's a reason that they're hiring you, a professional photographer, to take photos of them as a couple, them as a family, or their product, or them themselves for like brand photos. So I want you to realize that although everyone has the capacity to take a pretty good photo on their phone, you are being hired because you have a nicer camera and you have like the capability to take nicer photos and even give direction and get like clear photos that they want. You're being hired to make them look good, which goes into knowing the purpose behind these photos. Is it a Christmas card? Is it a podcast cover art? Is it a product launch? What is the reason you were taking photos of these people at this time? Once you have the purpose in mind, you have a clear objective. Not to say that there's not wiggle room to get extra shots that you see fit as the photographer and just like creative freedom to pose people in the direction that you want. But knowing the purpose behind this photo shoot gives you a goal. Now, before you start clicking away, I want you to do a 1-minute check. Test your camera settings, your lighting, reposition them if necessary, and this will save you in the long run if you didn't double check your settings beforehand. And no, confidence comes from being happy or proud of the results that you did. So if you don't feel confident yet, I would argue it comes down to these 3 things: poses, your editing, and your client experience. Now, we're going to get into those, but quick note. I typically have everyone put their phones, wallets, and keys in my camera bag so there's no bulges. This is especially important when it's families. Okay, number 1, poses. I want you to have go-to poses. Go-to poses for couples, for families, for an individual, if it's a graduation shoot or if it's a brand photo shoot. It is important for you as a photographer to have cues to tell them what to do so they're not just awkwardly standing, kind of wondering what they should do. This is not to say that they can't come up with their own ideas. Obviously, you want to like have interaction with them. But you, as the professional expert, need to have guiding direction for them. For a couple, I have like 5 go-to. It's good to have like 5 go-to. It just helps me remember on my hand. I do walking, standing, spinning, hands, if it's like engagement, and then like a dance. If it's a family, I typically have them stand in a line with kids on the side and then kids in front, and then squishing like cheek to cheek to cheek, all nice and close together. I might do walking, and then I do individuals like mom with kids, dad with kids, and then I'll ask them if they want kids individuals or even themselves individuals. I always am like, LinkedIn headshot, you need a new one. Also with poses, it's important to work off the energy of your people. For example, like I mentioned, I shoot for Slunks, which is a volleyball athleisure wear company. And sometimes they have professional athletes, sometimes they have preteens. It depends on the line, the collection that they're launching. And so between the two of them, there's vastly different energy. And so as a photographer, being able to feed off the energy, you know, knowing the preteens might need a little bit more direction, but they also might be weirdly silly and have unique poses that I wouldn't have thought of, or like TikTok dances that I don't even know about. So bouncing off the energy. With family shoots, I would say it's always fun to have a silly face one in there just because it helps get the wiggles out for the kids. And sometimes it ends up being the Christmas card that the family loves. Again, knowing the goal of the photos that you're taking, I would argue that the majority of family photos are going to be all about connection. So you want smiles, you want touches, you want embraces, dancing, the fun, just you want to show connection. With a brand photo shoot or a product line, you're showing, you know, professional, clean, crisp products. Like Katie Casada is one of my clients that we've done a podcast cover art for, and she wanted to do a bunch of different color backdrops. And so beforehand, we knew we needed different backdrops as well as props. So with her poses, she used a microphone, headphones, a pencil. That helps a solo person who's in front of the camera have something to do with their hands or just have a prop to interact with to kind of tell the story of the photo. Okay, next up is your editing style or presets. I think, at least for me, finding my style took me time. I feel like I questioned every time I edited, do I even like this? Is this what they want? Who is to say what the photo should look like, me or them? And I would say there's a lot of great presets out there. So download a few, and when you find one that you like, give yourself the permission to edit in that style at least 10 different photo shoot times. So for example, if you're a family photographer and you have a preset that you like, use that preset on 10 different ones of 10 different shoots, because one might be the beach, one might be the hillside, one might be inside a family's home. And if you have 10 different shoots of 10 different people's faces and you're editing them with the same preset, the same editing style, you're really going to get a wide variety of examples of shoots in that style, of photos in that style, that you can determine, okay, I do like this color scheme, or this, I do like this editing style. And the same goes for product shots. I mean, use the same editing style, because as a photographer, that's why people are hiring you, for your particular style. So it is about what they want, but it's really about you finding your style, because you're the photographer and people are going to hire you for that style. The more you do it and see the particular editing style you're moving forward with, you'll find out like what your style really is. So allow yourself some space to experiment, but then once you find one you like, go at it with that one. Like I said, there are a lot of great free Lightroom presets out there. Play around with them, find your style. I would argue that light, bright, and airy is never a bad thing. A lot of people like that look. Okay, let's get into client experience. Again, this is like confirming beforehand. That is showing that you are good and you are professional and you were double checking, and it would prevent you from being at the location and then 10 minutes beforehand calling them and being like, hey, where are you? And they're like, oh, I'm sick, I can't make it. It just saves you a lot of time, and again, shows you're professional, you're thinking about them, you're confirming that we're on the same page. Also, when you had your interaction with them booking you for the first time, I think you should also share, hey, just so you know, this will typically take me 2 to 3 weeks to edit, 4 to 6 weeks to edit, whatever it is for you. Give them a heads up of how long they can expect to wait before they receive their photos, as well as how they will receive their photos. Is it going to be a text? Is it going to be an email? Make sure to get their email. If you're interacting with a family, a friend, and you take photos, but then now you need their email, ask them for their email. Now, when it comes to delivering photos, Pixieset is a great experience for clients receiving photos. So it is the #1 site that I use to deliver photos to my clients. And you do need to let them know that downloading photos from Pixieset right now is only available on a computer. And so I always just write that in my email so that they know they can't download from a phone yet. Come on, Pixieset, we want that to happen. And then for like business photos, I typically use Dropbox. It's a great site to host like high images. And then also for like more B2B business, I might also do videos for them, which I also use Dropbox for. So Dropbox is great for photos and videos. And with client experience, just a rule of thumb is when people are happy, you will get referrals. Something I want you to do to get more confident as a photographer is to take an audit of your work. A great way to see which photos clients like for a family shoot is to see which ones they download on Pixieset. Or if it's a Christmas card and you get mailed the card, then you see, oh, this is the one they chose. Okay, good to know. With businesses, you can see which photos they like best from the ones that they post on their social media, the ones they use in their email, or on their website. With a podcast photo shoot, you can see which one they chose by the cover art that is published. Keep practicing, keep getting out there and taking photos. The more shoots under your belt, the more confident you'll become. All right, I'll see you next time.